badass slingshots. We're gonna do a real quick video here and show you how to put the sight assembly slash bow fishing bracket assembly onto your badass slingshot. One thing I want to tell you first, it has 2 holes drilled in it, drilled and tapped. Them are drilled and tapped exactly the same as they are in every other bow that's made. It's industry standard, and we stayed with that. So anything that mounts onto your bow using the 2 holes will mount on your badass slingshot. You can use sights on our slingshot. Some people do. I don't. I don't know how they do it because of the anchor points and everything else, but it can be done. Mostly what I use it for is I put on my bow fishing reel. The AMS bow fishing reel and the Cajun bow fishing reel both mount up to this bracket. AMS, once you put it on, you're going to have to bend the bracket around to get to the trigger. It's kind of a pain, but it works. The Cajun mounts up perfect. You don't have to do any modification to our sight bracket. You don't have to do any modification to their reels. It's actually like it was made to be. So let's get started here. First you'll have your slingshot put together this far. You see that in our first assembly video. But once you get it this far, we're going to add our sight bracket before we put our head on. What you want to do is take your sight bracket, take your hex bolt, put it through your sight bracket just like that. Now the sight bracket is going to go on and it's going to touch the head, so we're going to need our star washer. Very important. Remember, anytime there's 2 metal pieces that touch each other, we always put a star washer in between them. So that goes on, and we're going to put it on our head. Make sure the badass slingshot's facing out. Slide that through the hole. And again, this is going to mount up to our arm brace, so we're going to put the star washer in between. And we're going to go ahead here and screw our bolt into the arm brace. Now, you don't have to worry about keeping all this stuff in line while you're tightening it up. We'll be able to do that here in a second. Just get everything kind of snugged up. Again, this is a 1/4 inch Allen wrench. So once you get it snugged up, now if you're going to use it for a quiver, you'd want to leave it just like this. And then that way your quiver would be mounted on here and your arrows would be going out like that. For most of our applications, we're going to mount a bow fishing reel on it. We're going to want this straight up and down. Now, I showed you in the first video, I shoot my slingshot with the head canted because I cant my hand when I shoot it. So I would cant my head, and then I would move this so it's back to straight up and down. So you always want that sight bracket straight up and down. No matter how the head is canted, you want the sight bracket straight up and down. Once you get that, kind of hold everything in place. Tighten it up really tight. Like that. Around here to the back side. Put your serrated lock nut on there. Just like that. Grab your 1/2 inch wrench. And just tighten her up. This again acts as your locking nut. So once you get this tightened up, everything should stay right in place. And there we go. That's your sight bracket. And notice again, straight up and down, no matter where your head is canted, you always want that sight bracket straight up and down. Now, if you're going to mount the AMS on there, mount your reel first, and then you're going to have to bend this sight bracket so you can get your finger onto the trigger. But that's it.